CNN hero Monique Pool is always looking up, and not in a figuratively optimistic way. She literally is constantly looking upwards. Driving with her is a stressful ordeal as she alternates her gaze between the road in front of her and up into the trees, looking for sloths. She is a local celebrity in Suriname's capital city of Paramaribo, and it's easy to spot her around town in her sloth decal-decorated minivan that she uses for rescues. She is known to many as the Sloth Lady. Not a flattering nickname, but she doesn't seem to mind it. When people mention her work with sloths, she's quick to point out that she also rescues anteaters and armadillos, and that she loves them all equally. Something she doesn't always mention is that she volunteers weekly at an orphanage teaching children English, and she works closely with the government on several marine conservation projects. Pool, 55, grew up in the Netherlands, but has spent most of her life in Suriname, a former Dutch colony wedged between French Guiana and Guyana in South America. She is a Surinamese national, and she splits her time between her head office in the capital city of Paramaribo and at her countryside rescue center in the dense jungle of Saramacca district. Her fame grew after what she calls Slothageddon in October 2012, where she and a group of volunteers rescued a total 135 sloths. She kept them all at her home while waiting to rehabilitate and relocate them back into the rainforest. The sloths, along with numerous other animals, were left homeless when a forest fragment in the city was developed. Monique calls these areas forest islands, small plots of forest mixed within the city. Poole points out the biggest threats to the sloth population is climate change, especially droughts. Most recently, the severe drought in March 2019, where numerous sloths died of dehydration and many mothers had to abandon their babies. She was taking 1 to 2 rescues a day compared to her average of 2 to 3 a week. Many died from dehydration. Other threats include an increase in deforestation and urbanization and illegal gold mining. She is relentless, and her days seem endless, splitting her time at the office in Paramaribo and at her rehabilitation center located an hour outside the city in the jungle, and is on call in the evenings where she personally rescues the nocturnal two-toed sloths, which is no easy task. Two-toed sloths have a strong grip and they can bite. It's quite dangerous. The calls typically come from urban areas where the sloths are spotted hanging out in the trees on private property and they don't want to come down. Once they're rescued, Poole takes them to her rehabilitation center to check on their health, and then she immediately releases them into the jungle. She looks for uninhibited forest that won't be touched and have a similar ecosystem to where the sloths were living before. Her favorite location requires her to transport the sloths down the bank of the Saramacca River, where she looks for a branch they can easily grasp onto. Then she opens the kennel and lets them climb into the wild. As for the future of sloths in Suriname, Poole is trying to remain optimistic. Over 90% of Suriname is forested land, she says, making it the most densely forested country in the world. If we can maintain it, it can remain the most beautiful country in the world, and we can set an example for other countries on conservation. Thank you for listening. If you'd like to help Monique and donate money to her cause, please visit the link provided.